Now, this is the second part for the plate, and what we're going to do is we're going to do the annotator, the dimensioning. So again, everything that I'm doing, it's in the PowerPoint, so I'm simply following the steps in the PowerPoint. Pull it over to the right-hand side again. So here's my plate. Let's zoom out a little bit. Pan over a little bit so it's centered. There we go. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to format the dimensioning style. To do that, you click on the Annotate button and Dimension, the little drop-down arrow. And that gets you to where we can modify our dimensioning style. And we want to click on Modify right here. And then we're going to go through and we're going to change a couple of things. So essentially here in all these lines where it says the 0.125, we want to make sure it says essentially that. See 0.125, 0.125, 0, 45, text, 2505, fit. Okay, good. Primary units, good. So what we're doing is we're checking to make sure everything does match. If I needed to change these for whatever reason, this is where I would go in to change them. So if everything's where it should be, this is great. If it's not, then we would fix it. It's a different type of arrow you need, fill a color, everything can be defined in here. Set current and close. Now we're going to take this drawing and place it into the paper space using the viewport. So I'm going to click on the bottom of the tab and go to title block. And I'm going to go to layout and I'm going to use the rectangular viewport. Rectangular, corner to corner. And it's going to default it to really big. That's not really what we want, but that gets us in there. So see how it took it and put an image of it. What it does is it links the two. We actually need it to be to a very specific dimension, not fit to scale. So I'm going to click on that. Actually, double click, see if it pulls up the, nope. Hit the escape. There you go, back out of here. Double click to the outside. Okay, come on. There it goes. Okay, we need to go into Viewport properties. Sorry, hang on, dang your hide. So we want to change those properties. Normally when you click on it, it pulls up the properties up here, but it's not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and properties. So sometimes you can right click on something to get to it because we want to check that scale. Annotation scale, good. Custom scale, 1 to 2. No, we do not 1 to 2. We want a custom scale just plain old 1. See how it changed it here? And then exit to the outside of it. Hit the escape key so that it stops having it selected here. And then I actually want to change that viewport, and I'm going to put that on the border level so that it blends in with it. So if I look right now, it's now centered nice and perfectly in it, and it has a scale of 1 to 1. If you don't check those scales and change those at the right-click properties, you can have something off in your measurements, and we don't want that. Now, I could technically go in here, layout, rectangular. I could have multiple in here. I could have like one part of it here, and I could change that scale to like 1 to 10. You know, 0.5 or 0.10. I'm not going to change my scale there if I wanted to. That's the whole point of viewports. We can have different objects in the drawing that we need, and we can print those out. Okay, good. Next, we're going to go to annotation. Now, annotation is just a really big word for dimensioning and how do we annotate and how do we get the drawings. So I'm going to go back to home, and I'm going to make sure first that I'm on the dimension layer. And now I'm going to use my different dimensioning tools. Now, you can click here where the little shortcut is for the annotation for all the different ones you need, because really all you need are right in here. You can also go to the Annotate Layout tab, and you can go in here to get things too. So it doesn't matter, just so long you know. You can come in here, pick different annotations, see the little drop down, etc. we can use. Or you can click on the Annotate tab at the top and do the same thing, pick different ones here. So we're going to start with first doing some linear dimensions. And I need to go from here to here. Move my mouse up. There we go. Very good. Hit the enter key so it continues it. And here, and here. Key notice how I'm keeping it lined up. Enter key or the dimension tool again over and over again. Remember, enter key is great because it remembers the last command. So I just have to pick my mouse to find the ones that I need. I'm going to do linear for this way also to the end here, out, and that tells me when it's off like that that I did not get the right thing I was trying to get. Delete. And when that happens, try again. There we go. Much better. Okay, so that's all of our linear dimensions. Now we have some radius and some diameter dimensions we need to do. So I go to Dimension Tool again, and I pick the one that I need. So let's go ahead and do all the diameter ones first. Here. See how it automatically did it for you? Pretty cool. I get that one quite often from the kids where they don't have to think that it's actually done. Now this one, there's two of them, right? To add that, just double click on it. See it affects a little box, and then you can physically type in 2, and it puts it in. See, that was real hard. You can double click on it to activate it. Go to the end, parentheses 2, so that we know that there's 2 of them. We have these here. Try not to. That's the fun part. Sometimes you have to find a way to get it to dimension where it looks correct. So that looks better. Oh, that works, so that's okay. It's not best, but it works. And then we get to where we need to dimension the hexagon. Now, if you'll notice, there is no hexagon. And yeah, we could do linear, but that's not what we're looking for, what we need. So in this case, I'm going to use a multi-leader. So I'm actually going to use a leader tool. I'm going to pick on it, let's say here. Mouse out. Oops, my ortho is forcing me to stay perfectly straight, so I'm going to turn it off. And in this time, I'm going to say radius 0.073. Click. Oh gosh, it's not the right type. So double click on it and highlight it. I notice how it said standard, the text. That's not what we want. We want it to be Arial. So I'm actually going to click here and go find it. There it is, Arial. And since I changed that style right here, it changed the font here. Show you that again. So I have it highlighted, and it was using the standard font. And that's why it looked that way. So if I highlight it, double click, double left click, go find it, find the different font that I'm looking for, which is the Arial. Click to the outside. Excellent, good. So I have all my annotations. Now all I need to do is change the title. P number 4, plate. Click to the outside. Highlight, change my name. Pardon me. Today is 2014-01-08. BP 3, 4, 2, whatever. Do I save as again so we don't lose it? Drop, annotated. Save it as problem 3. And then we always export or print it as a PDF so that we know we can submit it to Moodle, because sometimes Moodle doesn't like the AutoCAD files, so it's just easier that way. You'll see there it is in PDF. And then I can submit that PDF form to Moodle for grading. Congratulations, you've completed the drawing plate.